What's going on, guys? Jeff here, AntiGrizz here, whatever you guys feel like calling me. Today I'm bringing you my first ever Modern Warfare 3 video. I have not posted one up to YouTube yet. I've just been too into the game. I've been busy with other things. I've been busy playing a fun game, and it's been a very good time. And this game I'm playing with John and Greg. Greg is XL Greg LX or something like that on YouTube. I'm not going to link him. You guys can just search him up if you want to. John is not into YouTube. And this is the reason I'm posting this is it's a 31-4. It's a good score. I wanted to try out theater mode. I have a lot of gameplays where I go like 49-20. It's very fast paced. It's exciting to see. I use the support kill streaks, but in this game I felt like I should post it up because I use the assault kill streaks. It's a typical YouTube gameplay. And because this isn't my channel, I don't want to do some ridiculous experiment on whether you guys want to see a low score, high excitement game. I wanted to just give you guys the norm. I wanted to just not push any boundaries with this video. This is just me talking to you guys about the game. Nothing out of that. The experimental stuff will come later. All I did to this video was put on some color correction, did all the required Yeousch stuff. I actually spent a lot of time on the color correction. I mean, getting it to look reasonable was tough. There's obviously a lot of saturation you see right now because when you record this game, it's very dull. And if you guys don't color correct your videos, they're going to look awful. They're going to look very low production. It's just not something that you want to spend some time on doing your commentaries. And while I know I'm talking about spending not a lot of time doing this video because I've been extremely busy, I want to get back to playing the game. I start work tomorrow. There's been a lot of paperwork I've had to get done. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now, so I can't really spend my time making a video, but that's not to say that you guys shouldn't. You need to take time doing this. You need to do a lot of color correction. You need to find a good gameplay to post. There's just, yeah, the list goes on. And my mouth is getting very watery. You guys are about to hear a ton of lisping. Maybe that'll fix it. Anyway, yeah, so playing on Interchange, I believe here, using the CM901. Probably my favorite assault rifle other than the M4 right now, which I happen to pick up right here. It's very accurate. It fires quite slowly, but the fact that it just takes down people in 2 to 3 shots across map, it's amazing. I love it very much. It's actually very good with ACOG, no silencer, but I like it also with the Delta on the red dot and silencer. Now, I was going to do like a first impressions review type thing, but I feel like just talking to you guys about this game and why it's here, why it's not a new experience, why it's kind of similar to Modern Warfare 2. And the reason is quite simple. This game was developed in probably just a year and a few months. I mean, they did not have the full 2 years and change to develop this. And the reason is, in March of 2010, there was a huge exodus of Infinity Ward employees. Basically, half the company left, and it was mostly creative people, most of the people who think of all the new ideas, most of the original guys who helped develop COD 4. I mean, it was the 2 head guys. I can't think of their names. One of their names was Zampella, I believe. The other one I don't know. And they left. They were the 2 executives, and they sued Activision because they didn't get what they thought they deserved. And actually, no, they got fired. But then apparently 38 other employees left the company, and Infinity Ward was left in scraps. There was no way they could develop a game. All who were left were just kind of the busy workers. They were the ones who took orders and did what they were told. They didn't go out and think of new mechanics, and they didn't have the brain trust necessary to make a game. So basically, Activision had to think fast. They thought to cancel the game that Sledgehammer was making, which was a third-person action-adventure title under the Call of Duty name. Probably so they could expand to making a Call of Duty every 3 years instead of 2. But after this Infinity Ward kind of scandal went down, they had to go back to their old ways. So they combined Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer to make a new first-person shooter while they try to rearm Infinity Ward, make them able to develop a game on their own again. And that probably happened in August of 2010. So that leaves them with almost no time to develop a game. So they didn't develop a game. All they did was they took the old game engine and wrote it. Well, they kind of did develop a game. They just took the old game engine and made a whole new game with it. They didn't have time to make a new engine, and that's going to be something you hear a lot during this commentary. They didn't have time. Well, they didn't. The record for developing a Call of Duty game is 8 months by Treyarch in Call of Duty 3. And that was truly an awful game. It was overly glitchy, ideas weren't completely finished. I mean, they had no choice, and it's similar here. They've managed to iron out all the stuff, but at a cost of not being able to make a complete new game. That's why what you guys see, or people who don't own the game, see this game as just a map-packed Modern Warfare 2, which is completely not true. It plays completely different. I mean, it's a lot more fast-paced. It's frantic. It's much more of a Twitch shooter. It's a lot of fun. It's just, it looks a lot like Modern Warfare 2, and that turns a lot of people off. That's why a lot of the guns are different. I mean, usually they keep a lot of the same guns. That's not the case here. I mean, obviously, they tried to make it look quite a bit like COD 4 to kind of change minds. But when you look at it deeply, it's a complete new experience. Now, single player was probably one of the best single players I've ever played in any game. I mean, I'd put maybe 2 or 3 games on top of it simply because of nostalgic factors. But overall, I'd give this probably a 10 out of 10 for single player. It was amazing. The story was perfectly written. The set pieces were completely just blockbuster movie, Michael Bay awesomeness. It was just an amazing campaign. I definitely recommend playing the campaign. Even if you just want to rent the game, play it. It's definitely worth it. Multiplayer is awesome too. I mean, some people might not like it. If you're into camping, you're not going to enjoy this. It's very fast-moving. It's frantic. Usually in the beginning of a game's life cycle, people camp because they don't know the maps. Not really the case here. You can't camp. You can't. There's too many flank routes. You can't cover... What the hell am I saying? You can't cover 3 different hallways because every time you camp, there's at least 2 or 3 places that you have to cover. And I love it for that. I mean, you can't camp. You can't camp and succeed. Even better. Like you could in Black Ops, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, all those games, you could find a corner, sit there with a claymore, and go like 10-1. This game, you can't, by any means. So I really like it for that. That's why multiplayer is awesome. And then Spec Ops. You know what? I'll do a whole different video for Spec Ops, probably coming at you next week. It'll be on my channel if you guys want to check that out. The link is in the description. My personal channel is AntiGrizz, spelled like it sounds. And then the partnered channel is Revive Cinema. It's a community channel I run that is kind of failing right now. So if you guys want to help that out, that'd be amazing. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Peace.